the sheer number...
Categorically, I want that on the record. We'll talk about how this person drew that conclusion, but I'm just going to say, since we weren't asked, we do not support any of those positions. Are they positions?
In the Midwest, you know the best is there waiting, so come and join the conversation. Highs to approve, fan and artist and creator too. This is how the challengers do. What? Keep the conversation moving along. Keep reading comics, keep your local store strong. It gets hard and it's a job for the challengers. What? Comics and conversation, y'all.
From Challengers Comics and Conversation in Chicago, this is Contest of Challengers, a comics industry business podcast with
Patrick Brower.
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 Patrick Brower and W. Dal Bush.
W. Dal Bush.
Dal Bush.
Dal Bush.
Dal.
Dal. Dal.
W. Dal Bush.
Gonna join us today? He's been sitting there for at least, I want to say, a minute.
Okay.
So that's a lot. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
That is a long time.
For a while.
Last week, because it was our first episode back after a while, while not quite the first of the month, it was the patron time where we have our patrons go. And every couple of months, let me rephrase that. So I'll log into Patreon, and it'll be like, hey, you get this much per month from Patreon. I'm like, that number is down by a noticeable amount.
Okay.
Yet I go to my notifications, and it didn't say anybody had unsubscribed. Well, it's time to figure out what's happening. So I have to download the list of all the patrons. And what it is it's a list of everybody who's ever been a patron.
Oh, God.
At any level.
Oh, wow.
And it's a lot of Excel jumping around to sorting it by pledge level, sorting it by active, sorting it by canceled, sorting it by declined.
Oh, sure.
So there's people that never stopped their subscription, but their card declined months ago.
Okay.
So they're just not being charged anymore. So they're not getting it, but they're still technically patrons.
They still get the emails and stuff. They just can't log into anything.
Or I don't know if they get the emails or not, but I mean, on our records, they haven't unsubscribed. But because it had been, 6 weeks or so since we'd posted something, the creator side of Patreon has completely undergone changes.
Great.
So it's a matter of, where are the buttons? What do I need? And they've done away with you can't upload images anymore.
Oh.
I mean, it's fine because the images always had to be clicked on by the patron.
Okay.
It wasn't an automatic thing. But since we go through the effort of making a small graphic for each episode, I always upload it.
Okay.
Now there's nowhere to upload it. So fine, one less thing to do.
Sure.
But it's just a matter of where is everything now?
Yeah.
And then going out to figure out okay, these two patrons have been declined as of August 1st. So they're not in it. So I have to go in and edit their names out of the name list.
Okay.
And it was just I can't just open this and post this episode.
No.
Because it's been a few weeks. So of course there have been sweeping changes. It's almost as if Shopify runs Patreon.
Yeah, I wonder why platforms like that are constantly upgrading. We were just at the AMC movie theater, and they have their little kiosk for how to check out and get food and stuff because they don't want to pay anyone to actually ring up your order anymore. That's not how businesses work.
Yet they pay for people to just mill about the front lobby being like, do you need help? Are you okay?
It's the same with grocery stores, where instead of paying multiple people to ring up multiple lines, they'll have one person whose job it is to oversee 4 different aisles of people doing it themselves and then having to correct all of their mistakes.
The simple self-checkout, the longer self-checkout.
Yeah. But AMC did it where they have the little kiosk and you can choose your popcorn and stuff, and they completely revamped how it looks. I think it's more intuitive now. I think it's for the better. But it's still a thing of it took me maybe 5 seconds when I first was staring at the screen to be like, wait, everything looks different.
Yeah,
where do I need to go?
You have to scan your Stubbs card first.
Right, which I actually appreciate because I feel like that makes it one of the things that I hope they'll be able to do, and maybe they can, and I just haven't noticed it, is the same way that you've got apps at different, and I hope people appreciate all of this comic book retail content they're getting right at the start of the episode. You can have your account, and you can have favorites and stuff. You can have reorders. So you just go to the screen, and after you've logged in, say, oh, I just want the thing I got last time, and then you're ready to go instead of having to go into the same menus every time. This is not a huge inconvenience. This is not, detrimental to my lifestyle at all, but it would be neat.
The same way when you go to check out, it's like, hey, did you want candy?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want this full screen of individual groceries?
One of the things I dislike, and again, this is not going to be about comics.
It's about retail.
Maybe eventually this will be jumping off point to talk about comic books. But there's a thing I will, some mornings on my way into work, I will order McDonald's breakfast to be picked up. So on the train, I'll just be on the app and I'll pick out what I want.
Yeah.
And there's a thing where you put something into your little food cart, and there will be a pop-up saying, hey, do you want to add these additional items? And the thing that sort of kills me about it is they're collecting all of this data about me. They know what I've ordered. They know the things I order.
And they know that you've never, ever ordered these
a cup of coffee. And yet every morning it's like, do you want a hash brown, a cup of coffee, a sausage biscuit? And it's like, well, A, I already ordered a hash brown, so no, I don't need another one. B, I have never in my life ordered a cup of coffee. Why do you think this is going to work? I've never ordered it. Like, at least suggest something that there's a percentage chance of me maybe wanting, that you could talk me into.
It's Talkie, the talking toaster.
Mm-hmm.
Would anybody like some toast? How about a waffle?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so you're a baguette man. Actually, he was a waffle man, right?
Yeah.
You're a waffle man. Yeah. Everything changes and they don't. It's as if one of the things I hate while we're talking about apps that we use
pet peeves. The internet
is
lifestyle.
the number of times I'll go to, like, I don't know, a doctor appointment, and it always comes with a follow-up survey.
Mm-hmm.
Or, hey, you bought this thing from Home Depot. Can you review it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if we sent people, like, oh, you bought 57 comics this month. Can you review all 57 comics?
Well, I think about that a lot when we get these emails from different e-commerce assistant companies. Like, so we get individually, you and I, Patrick, probably 20 to 30 emails, phone calls, and text messages daily from people, and it's all business related stuff. And half of those are predatory lenders who will not identify themselves, but will tell you that they have $3 million in funding for you with no credit pulls. How much do you need today? And it's like, I don't even know what business you are.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're contacting me. I would never in my life give you any of my information, let alone take money from you. But the other half are companies that are basically just looking at a roster of Shopify clients and shooting emails out to every single one of them, talking about how they can, use AI on your website or hook you up with different influencers, and this is the common one, like coming up with different email campaigns. And they'll mention like, oh, we gave this to, some mid-range clothing brand, and it got them an extra
$320,000
a week. And it's like, man, we've never done $300,000 a week in our entire career. I don't think you can do that with our small 1,500 square foot comic book shop in Chicago. Like, that doesn't feel like you know our business at all. But anyway, the thing that I think about a lot is that all these things are built around like almost harassing people, your customers, with email campaigns. With, you're not contacting people enough. You're not giving them enough, like, send out more messages about shopping carts. Send out more messages about your deals and sales.
You left this product behind.
If anyone goes to your site and looks at something, you got to contact them and say that, hey, why didn't you want this? What if we gave you 20% off of it? And it's like, I don't want to do that, man. Like, I think we just talked about maybe on the last episode how many emails we send out and how much we think about what the threshold is before we are annoying people. Because, and I think this is maybe crucial, we are a brick and mortar store. Like, while we do a lot of online business now, it is still a very small percentage of our weekly sales relative to the people who come into the shop, and we have to look in the eye. And so it's not just we're sending out blind emails to 75,000 people who will never see us in person, and we won't know how annoyed they are, and so we don't have to think about it. This is something where, like, I have to worry that they're going to come in and go, hey, I stopped reading your emails because you were sending me 5 a day about stuff I don't care about.
I would just be excited to learn that they at one point had been reading the emails.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
The number of people who have said, like, oh, did I miss the order on Deadpool Batman? We tried. We tried so hard.
I look at it from the standpoint of what annoys me as someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to do that. Like, oh, you left this behind in your cart. The number of you left this behind in your cart emails that I get from a transaction that I completed is infuriating.
Yeah.
I didn't leave it in the cart. I bought it. I own it.
Now I regret doing that.
Yeah. Why are you giving me a cart email? Because you want me to click back to your site.
So what you're saying is the money that I paid you for this, that the profit is being used to send me emails annoying me about a thing I bought from you.
Yeah.
This feels like a good use of my money as a human being to fund being annoyed by you.
For my physical therapy, I frequently get, hey, fill out this online form to let your therapist know how you're doing. No, I do that in person. And also, none of these questions, most of these questions aren't pertinent.
Nope.
It's for a different situation.
Just a template they use.
Completely unrelated. I've been watching a lot of home inspection videos, and they're fascinating.
Okay.
Whether it be like new construction.
Let's start from the beginning. Why? Like, what got you into this rabbit hole?
Oh, I had a lot of time.
But like, what was the jumping off point? What was the initial video? Was it just something that randomly came up?
Oh yeah.
And you were just like, oh, this is cool. And so the algorithm's like, he wants
well,
more of these.
I do
and
love construction stuff, and I do love building, and it always gives me ideas, and it makes me wish that I had the opportunity to see the bones of the podcastatorium as it was being built.
Oh, sure.
Specifically, I hate that so much.
Oh, okay.
The way that overhang has to cut into the window frame.
I know what you're referring to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm vocalizing it for the podcast audience.
Okay.
Why would you do that? Why would it be set up that way?
I mean, I'm sure there's pipes or something in there, right?
Okay, but no, this is poorly designed.
Okay.
For whatever reason, like I don't know what's up there. I don't know what's behind there.
There's a closet just around the corner that is literally a closet of pipes.
Yeah.
Like they just, instead of walling it off for whatever reason, and I mean, I guess in theory you'd want access to it, but like, I've never needed access to it.
Have we ever looked in there?
There's just a door on it. No.
I assume it is water shut-off valves.
Yeah, valves or fuses or something. I don't know what.
No, fuses are down the hallway.
Okay, but I mean, maybe there's extra fuses.
But this is just stupid.
Okay.
To have to cut into a window frame less than an inch, to like thinner frame, better, less of an overhang.
Sure.
Come on, it's ridiculous. Sorry, it's always bugged me, and I hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I had more input into the inspection of the podcastatorium. Well, we talked about Patreon changes.
Okay.
We've got 2 subjects.
Ooh, I love subjects.
Yeah. One of them will require you to pull something up on your phone.
Okay, I can do that.
Do you want to start looking for that now? While we talk about Yelp?
Oh, sure.
Because I would very much like to read it.
Sure.
Obscuring certain things.
Several details?
Yeah. So we got a Yelp review this week that is, well, you have to hear it to believe it. It was 2 stars. And as we go through it,
which honestly always gets our attention.
Yeah, for real. We want to know why you had a bad experience.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will say I read all of our reviews. Patrick responds to all of them. But a 2-star review is interesting because a 1-star, like 9 times out of 10, it's something
they had a bad experience.
Well, it's not that they had a bad experience. 9 times out of 10, they had an axe to grind.
I said I had a bad experience.
But the number of,
can you name what that's from?
I can't.
It's an Italian job.
Okay. The number of 1-star reviews where it is just somebody who never came into the business and is doing something weird and malicious, either to protect another business that they feel like we're in competition with when we're not, or just some kind of weird lunatic. And those are easy to disregard because while they're insane, sometimes they're insane in a funny way, and you can usually just be like, I can't help you with this. The problem you have is not with my business. The problem you have is with the world around you. But 2-star reviews are interesting because it's usually somebody who's been to the store and had an experience where you're like, what went wrong? Like, did we do something? Did someone who works with us do something? was there something that was going on that we can address, or we can try and, like, if not for the future, then at least for this person? So a 2-star review is going to get my attention.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the top half and I'll do the bottom half?
Sure. The owners do their best to showcase a lot of unique and indie, but also popular comics. They often have artists and comic writers come in, which is pretty exciting for fans. I do wish they advertised it more, but alas, they are a small comic book store. My review of this store even let a friend who refuses to drive into the city actively follow the store to seek out events and new comics. There's a little typo there. They are happy to help you with 1, finding a new comic to appeal to you/any audience. 2, find the comic and order for you. The space, while small, I mean small, is quite welcoming and suits coming in to browse and enjoy the inviting decor. I don't recall if they have figurines or other knickknacks, since I don't remember focusing on that in as much as I sought out the diverse range of indie comics. For a 2-star review, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I read the first half and thought
fairly
wow.
glowing, and it's like, oh boy, I am afraid of what the turn in the second paragraph is going to be. If this is what we're getting from a 2-star review in the first paragraph.
Also, aside from advertising, I mean, we do a lot of marketing. It just obviously didn't reach this person.
Sure.
But what
marketing in general is tough for any business in 2025.
Yeah.
People complain about it at every level of society. There are huge movie companies that are like, we have no idea how to get people to go see a movie. Like, I've talked about this before, but I think it's really funny that a lot of movies now, the casting is based on total follower count of the top line cast.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because that's how you get people to go see a movie. Is like you and I had watched Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
Which was not good. But there's a segment in the middle where it's like Happy Gilmore goes on all these podcasts, and it's specifically like actual podcast people. So those people can be invited to the premiere, and those people can market the movie to everybody involved.
And those people are like, hey, I was in this movie.
Yeah, they cast MJF, so MJF can mention Happy Gilmore 2 on AEW Dynamite in case you weren't aware of it. And you're like, oh, I like MJF. I'll go watch Happy Gilmore 2. And then you find out, oh, this was terrible. But they still got you to watch it, and they got you to maybe keep your Netflix subscription for 1 more month. So it's stuff like that. So yeah, our marketing, I mean, I wish we had a bigger budget. I wish we knew where to put that budget.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the first paragraph of our 2-star review.
I'm going to take over for the second half. Unfortunately, the owners engage in consulting service of a man who is a domestic abuser who strangled and emotionally and financially abused his ex-girlfriend. This consultant also is a violent person who was jailed without bond for running over an elderly man at San Francisco 2025 No protest, and is currently under criminal trial. In turn, and this is where it heats up, in turn, the owners are supporters of domestic violence, anti-immigration, and supporters of violent men. Let me repeat that. The owners are supporters of domestic violence, anti-immigration, and supporters of violent men. Okay, let me back up. Yes. They are
Don't say yes. Phrase that differently.
Yes to, we have used a consultant.
I mean, I was going to say, let me say this.
Yeah.
I never thought I would need to say this out loud, let alone have it be an official Challengers Comics and Conversation statement, but we are not...
supporters of domestic violence.
Yes.
We are not anti-immigration.
No.
We are not supporters of violent men.
No.
The sheer
Categorically,
number...
I want that on the record. We'll talk about how this person drew that conclusion, but I'm just going to say, since we weren't asked, we do not support any of those positions. Are they positions?
The number of men in the comics industry who, as creators, have been found to be problematic, whose books we no longer sell, is a sadly growing number.
Yeah.
And we choose not to sell those books because we choose not to support those violent men.
I'm not carrying Transmetropolitan. People can special order if they want.
It's not going to be in the shelf.
I don't want to get in the way of making that decision for other people.
So,
but as far as stocking it for the shelves, no, I'm not doing that.
The one time we've bent that rule is, and we've talked about this before on this podcast, it is very difficult to be a comic store and not stocking Sandman.
Yeah, that's like the only Gaiman thing that we stock. And there's times where I'm just like, ugh, God. And but again, like, it's still Sandman. And like, I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but it's sometimes frustrating when you think about like how many insanely talented people worked on Sandman and how many people who had no knowledge of what Neil Gaiman, his personal life was like, however long that was going on for. Certainly, like, to my knowledge, a lot of the, I don't want to say allegations, but the things that Neil Gaiman has done were after the point where the Sandman comic was coming out. So how much should those people's careers essentially be blanked out for those years because of what he's done? And like, I don't want to read it for sure. I don't want to own it. I completely understand that many people who got rid of all their Neil Gaiman stuff, and there's been articles written about people who, you know, that those works meant a lot to them. And what do you do with that as far as your own sense of self?
The two biggest properties that got people into comics since the late 80s have been
Sandman and Watchmen?
Sandman and X-Men 97.
Oh, X-Men 97. That's an interesting one. Okay.
That's a lot of people. That's their first exposure to superheroes comics that made them come into a store.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I personally own Astonishing X-Men Volume 1 because it's some of my favorite John Cassaday work, and we're not getting any more work from John Cassaday.
Yeah. I haven't been able to get rid of the Supreme Blue Rose, and I really want to.
Right?
But that is one of my all-time favorite books. And it's the thing that made me love Tula Lotay.
I own art from Next Wave.
Yeah. Yeah, all that shit sucks super bad.
Yeah.
Super bad.
So, but those are the choices we make for our store because we do not support abusive, violent men in comics or in general. Now, what I was trying to say was, hey, Dal, when was the pandemic?
Pandemic was the spring of 2020 up through right this minute.
Sure. So during that point, organizations were offering what were called PPE loans. Not loans, but loans you didn't have to pay back.
PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program.
I thought it was E.
Nope.
PPP. Okay. So a subscriber of ours, who's a really nice guy, knew of a financial consultant who could help us navigate those waters.
Yeah, I think we were even doing the podcast at the time, and we had sort of mentioned that, you know, it would be nice if that were available to us, but we are a small business that doesn't have the number of employees that would qualify for that. Yeah. And this is somebody who's more in tune with finance and was like, no, you guys absolutely do. Here's a friend of mine that helps small businesses navigate that process.
So we worked with this financial consultant back during the pandemic to our benefit. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it was time to renew our lease, we had this person negotiate for us, and they...
Yeah, like in the process of navigating the Paycheck Protection Program process, the PPPPP, they had been looking at our finances and were like, one, appalled, but two, were like, there are things that could be done for your business that would be hugely beneficial.
Yeah. So we worked with them again, and the last time we worked with them was, I want to say, spring 2022.
Yeah, and this was all remotely. Like, this was, I mean, one, it was the pandemic, but two, they lived in a completely different state. So our communication with them was largely over emails, a few Zoom calls, and it was all business-related stuff. This was not someone we had a personal relationship with. This wasn't a friend. This wasn't anything more than just a business relationship that we had.
So when I said yes, what I meant was, yes, 100% we worked with this person.
Right.
Now, these specific instances that this reviewer is mentioning all have happened recently.
Well after we stopped working with them. Like, there's a reference in there to the 2025 No Kings protests, which happened 3 years after we worked with this person.
Yeah.
There's a point where I don't know how much we're responsible for what a business associate did 3 years after we stopped working with them. I couldn't have possibly controlled that in 2022. Or, and this is kind of the other thing, I don't know what that person is doing with their personal life in regards to their significant others. And again, after I stopped even working with them, like, how would I have known any of that? How does that become my tacit support when I no longer have a business relationship with them, and also I don't know them personally?
So one of the first things I did was Googled this person, and the unfortunate No Kings San Francisco incident came up on many sites.
Yeah, legit. It's like an autocomplete.
And it's true that this person did wind up hitting an older gentleman
Mhm.
with their brand new Tesla and
Of course, it's a
causing
brand new
some
Tesla.
injury to this person.
Yes.
That's completely true.
Yeah.
And documented.
Yes.
And I'm not doubting any of this.
No.
But as specifically the things we have nothing to do with, a violent person who, I'm sorry, I missed that one, strangled and emotionally and financially abused his ex-girlfriend. How do we know
Yeah.
that?
How would I possibly know that?
No,
But-
I don't mean like how do we know that's true? I mean,
No,
how
no,
are we supposed
that's
to know
what I'm
that's
saying.
happened?
Like that is someone's personal life that is not documented in any way. Like I don't investigate everybody I'm with. If you
No.
come to me and tell me this, I will believe you. And this is one of the things that you and I had both posted a response to this, and somehow mine vanished. But maybe mine was just a private message instead of a public response. I don't know. But the thing that I sort of stressed in this was, it would have been nice if this was an email to us rather than a public review of our
Yeah.
business saying that we are supporting an abusive man and a
So-
violent criminal. Like, why not just tell us, hey, this guy you worked with has done these horrible things? And we would say, 1, we don't work with him anymore. 2, I'm incredibly sorry to hear that. 3, we do not plan on working with him again in the
Yeah.
future.
Now that this has been brought to our attention,
Yeah.
how would we know about this incident in San Francisco?
Yeah.
We had nothing to do with it. And
Yeah.
I emailed the person, our mutual contact, and said, did you know about this? And this person even said, well, I had no idea. I haven't talked to them in
Yeah.
a while.
So again, these things happening well after our business relationship with this person has ended, and we do not have a personal relationship with this person. It feels incredibly weird to publicly say that we are like, supporting them in any way, and moreover, supporting whatever horrible things they're doing. Like, this isn't someone we're married to. This isn't somebody that we are providing aid and support to. This is someone we had a business relationship with.
Yeah.
3 to 5 years ago that we have not thought about in at least 3 years.
And the thing that makes no sense to me is, how are we anti-immigration? From what was said in this review,
Mhm.
how are we anti-immigration?
Yeah, the whole thing is like,
The consultant that we worked with is a minority. The person who's leaving this review is a minority.
yeah, and
The person who was hit by the car,
Uh-huh.
I think, was also a minority.
uh-huh.
Is that what that means?
So the sad thing about all this is that the person leaving this review clearly has gone through something.
Yeah.
This is not some random person on the internet. This is someone with close personal knowledge of what's going on. And I feel incredibly bad for them that their situation has led them to the point where this is what they feel like they need to do. I wish they hadn't done it, and my heart breaks for them. And I really wish this had been dealt with in a different way. I wish they had just come to us and said, hi, this is what I've been going through, or what someone I'm close to has been going through. You know, you should know about this. And that's the whole thing, is just like, just tell me about this stuff ahead of time. Like, we were never confronted with this information and said, I don't believe you, or we're not doing anything about it.
No, we're still going to give him our money.
I feel like we're reasonable people, and we're hopefully generally empathetic people. So if you come to us with something like this, we will make changes to our business. Like, we will try and do the right thing, but you gotta tell us ahead of time. You can't, like, ambushing us on our Yelp page to publicly state that we are terrible people for something we had no knowledge of and no ability to prevent is the absolute wrong foot to get off on.
Here's my my response in total.
Mhm.
And I thought it was important to respond publicly, just in case anyone sees this.
Yeah.
I did report this this review to Yelp for being,
It's off topic.
not about our business or whatever.
Like,
but
half of it is on topic, and then half of it is like, a person you ran into did a horrible thing, and therefore you are a horrible person for it. And it's like,
because you know them.
I don't, and that's the thing. I don't even know them really. Like, if you go to McDonald's and you buy a sausage biscuit from the cashier at the counter, you are not responsible for what that cashier does. That is nothing you can control. If someone tells you, hey, that McDonald's is actively doing something terrible, you can stop going there. But just because you have,
Or you can
have
create a whole
patronized that
separate
business,
private DoorDash account to go there without people knowing.
that sounds psychotic, Patrick.
Here's my response. Thank you for your review. I have to say the second half of your review comes as a complete shock to us. Yes, we have used a consultant you mentioned after being recommended them by a customer of ours. Our last business with them was in 2022, and we have absolutely no knowledge of the events you described. Quite frankly, we are appalled to hear of these actions. However, to paint us as supporters of domestic violence and anti-immigration is wildly unfair. We cannot possibly know the current actions of everyone we've ever done business with, but I assure you, we do not take this information lightly, and it will definitely affect the way we do our business in the future. Not our business, just do business in the future. The number of abusive comic creators whose work we have stopped carrying should show that we do not support violent men. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, and we're very sorry a business dealing we had in the past completely colors your view of our shop. So I wanted to say, we understand the seriousness of this. We are horrified by it.
Yeah.
And we will not be working with this person.
Right.
But we had no knowledge of it.
Yeah.
And you ambush us with it.
Yeah. And also, you rapidly escalate things up to the level where we are as bad as this person. And it's like, I don't feel like that's keeping things in scale. That is blowing things wildly out of proportion.
So there is one caveat to all this. When we signed our new lease, the lease goes through early 2028. The way the consultant works is the amount of money he saves you, his fee is 20% of that. So if he saves you $100,000, you owe him $20,000. That kind of math.
Right.
That's just the simplicity of it. And that is broken down monthly for the span of our lease. So we are technically still paying him a little bit of money every month until this lease runs out. So we are still paying him, but it is for services rendered back at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, basically, like, I don't know legally if we can just say, like, oh, we're not going to pay you anymore because you've done terrible things. Like, I don't know if we have the right to do that.
I did say, like, if they get convicted and get put in jail, can we stop paying them?
Yeah. So, I mean, if someone's a lawyer out there and wants to tell us that we can stop paying that person because of actions they've taken, please let us know. But my vague understanding is that we are not able to do that on moral grounds.
Yeah. So that was quite a shock. There's a little.
It was a bummer.
There's a little more to the story. Like, we know who the person is specifically who left this review, and their direct connection to that consultant.
Yep.
One of the things I did was I wanted to make sure I didn't have any personal social media connections with this person.
Sure.
Because they're on the same platforms I'm on.
Okay.
Like, I don't.
You're not following them or whatever?
Yeah, we're not connected on LinkedIn. I'm not following their Instagram. We're not friends on Facebook. So all that is clear, right? But when I went to their LinkedIn page just to make sure we weren't connected, LinkedIn always does hey, you may know these people. And the second person it showed, the person left the review.
Oh, okay.
From going to our consultant's page.
Wow.
It's like, oh, you may know this person.
I do.
But yeah, there's a direct, specific connection.
The good news is I know I'm not following that person on LinkedIn because I have not signed into LinkedIn in 16 years.
I've been signing in for you.
Thank you, Patrick.
You follow a lot of.
Oh, no.
It's quite
problematic Dal with his problematic follows.
That's actually what your screen name is.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I was clean.
Sure.
And like, because I do have quote unquote Facebook friends that are just people that we deal with at the store.
Sure. And like, there's certainly somebody who you might have followed or whatever on some other platform that you don't even think about because you don't view any of their posts or you don't interact with them. It was just a thing that my understanding of how these things work is that you can sometimes follow people just out of like politeness.
Yeah.
Even though you're not actively engaged with them in anything.
So one of the things it did make me do is I was looking through our Yelp page.
Yeah.
And seeing if anything needed to be updated. And there's a personal bio for me that was written by you.
Am I problematic now?
And
problematic Dal.
What it said was, the whole point of it was that I'm synonymous with comics.
Yeah.
And you're like, so think about comics. What do you think of? Superman? No, think of a person, a real person. Neil Gaiman? No, think of an American.
Uh-oh.
Like, oh, that's got to be changed.
Whoops.
That was using Neil Gaiman as a reference
17
to,
years ago,
to
that
who I
felt
am.
like an okay thing to say. There was a
Yeah.
whole episode of The Simpsons produced in like the 1990s that is about how nobody can hate Mel Gibson.
Wow.
Right? That aged poorly.
Holy cow.
Yep.
That is something.
Yep.
I think that it would have to be legit Tom Hanks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Even Bill Murray was that for a while. Then stuff came out of Bill Murray where people are like,
yeah, but I mean, I never.
he's not. Bill Murray is not somebody where like I would be like I can't watch any of their work again. There's certainly things that he's done and interactions he's had where I'm like, that's unfortunate, and I wish he hadn't done that, and that's going to color my perception of him. But not. There's unfortunately existing in 2025 and consuming art means having to have like a threshold of which like, okay, it's this bad now I can't like be in support of you anymore. Like people who are still working with and for J.K. Rowling drive me insane.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day because they released the
that
cast
woman
list for
actively funds anti-trans measures in countries. That's what she's using her money for. And the idea that people are like, well, I don't talk to her, so I can still be the voice of a wizard. I don't know their names, but they're the wizard people. And it's like, no, you absolutely cannot.
Yeah, the voice cast
easy
for
not
the
to.
upcoming anniversary edition of the British releases of the Harry Potter books, it's shockingly full of well-known British actors.
Yeah, if you're a creative, work on a different wizard thing. If you're a non-creative person who's consuming this art, watch a different wizard show. Just there's all these wizard shows and wizard school shows and school shows. All of the Venn diagram parts you can just go watch.
I think you were going to
something
recommend
else.
Wizards of Waverly Place, right?
Sure, why
Yeah,
not? I
there you
think
go.
that came back, right? They did a new version of that. Couldn't
Yeah.
get Selena Gomez, but you can get everybody else.
I didn't even know that's where she was from.
I believe that's where she's from, and I only
Okay.
know that because there was a recent thing where it's like, oh, she was helping to like bring the revival back as a producer, not as an on-screen talent, beyond like one scene in one episode, because like, oh no, she's too big for this now.
Yeah.
But the other kids from that show, oh, they're adults now, they need the work.
Speaking of revival,
Patrick.
that is a well-done adaptation
Are you liking it?
on the Sci-Fi Network, or if you have the Peacock app, which is how
Sci-Fi.
I'm watching it. And of course, I hate the Peacock app because it's full of commercials.
Mhm.
So there's plenty of commercials. But at any point in the future, if this show gets picked up, which I think is doing pretty well,
Good.
and I think it's a good adaptation, although we haven't met the creep yet,
Okay.
and I'm halfway through the season.
Okay.
There's been one allusion to it, but I don't know if they're gonna like stay away from that aspect. or
I
not.
assume it's like the Marvel Studios TV shows where it's like, oh, only in the final episode
Yeah,
for like
maybe.
one scene. Everything else has got to be like, I don't know. What are their personal problems like? Do they need to get coffee today? How's their commute?
But if you were to
Oh,
at any
Ironheart.
point, if you listen, if you look at the revival creators,
Uh-huh.
and if anything bad came about Tim Seeley, you'd be like, "Oh, that sucks. I can see it."
Jesus.
If it,
Good. Oh
if
my
it came
God.
out
Shots
about-
fired. Wow.
if it came out about Norton, you'd be like, "No, what? No, never."
Patrick, I would like to think I'd be surprised by either one of them. I'm not expecting either one of them or one of the two of them.
Well, in my
Jesus.
reference of the first half, it was very, very minor.
Okay.
That's all it was.
Okay.
I don't mean like hit somebody with their Tesla during a march.
That's pretty bad.
No, Tim's great. Love
Okay,
Tim.
good.
Love Mike. Waiting for that noise to settle down. Yeah, everyone should watch Revival. It's good. It's good stuff.
Neat.
It is. It's good stuff. Shut up. Why'd you think otherwise?
What am I watching right now? Alien Earth. I did the first episode of that. I'll probably do the second
I'm
one
waiting,
tonight.
waiting until that's finished, Al, so I can run through it. What is it? 8, 6, 10, 5? Whatever, Mister. I'm watching this. I don't know anything
8 or
about
10. I watch them. I'll watch it weekly, so it'll stop when it stops.
Yeah, I
don't
won't,
know or
okay?
care how many there are. I like a Noah Hawley show on a weekly basis, which is why I was a little disappointed they dropped 2 episodes on the first night because I'm like, oh, I'm not watching 2 in a row. So I'm giving it a few days between them, and then I'll watch episode 2.
I'm
I like
also
it.
surprised you're watching it because it seems like it's scarier than the other ones.
No, not
Do you
the
watch it
first
with all the
one.
lights on and all your doors open?
I mean, I'm watching it in my living room, which is a less terrifying environment than a dark movie theater.
Than an enclosed spaceship with all the power off.
But
and
I've
dripping
always thought of
water.
Alien as more of a science fiction thing than a horror thing. Like, we rack the Aliens books in sci-fi fantasy, not in
Sure.
horror.
That's because it's space horror.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's kind of like, there
I
are...
said horror for the record.
Thank you, Patrick. There are some jump scares. Like, it still is a franchise that does that. But it's aliens and spaceships, and in this one, a lot of robot people. So it's hard to say that it's really a horror thing. If it is, it's not really leaning into that.
Wait, you said aliens and spaceships. Isn't it aliens on Earth?
Well, there's spaceships around Earth, and how do you think the aliens got here?
Inside people?
How did those people go get aliens inside them?
So I'm assuming, and I've not seen this show at all,
I've only watched the first episode,
but
so
I'm
I can't answer a
assuming
lot of
that
questions.
what's going to happen is, like, let's say there's somebody who gets an alien inside of them, and they're like, "Oh my God, you have an alien inside of you." However, this is Alabama, so you have to keep it. This is God's law.
Oh boy. Technically, there isn't like an Alabama anymore. The 6 major mega corporations own different parts of the planet. Like the Weyland-Yutani Corporation owns like North America and South America. So they would have autonomy over your body.
Gotcha. Well, what we don't have autonomy over is collectible card gaming allocations.
Yeah, if anyone's been into the store by the time you've heard this episode, you might have noticed that our collectible card game section has changed its layout slightly. What was previously 3 levels of 4 feet of racking, so 12 linear feet of rack space, is now half of that, because Patrick and I had talked about it, and we realized that our card game shelving of 12 feet looks pretty goddamn anemic lately, because we have spent most of 2025 not being able to keep anything in stock. Anything we had has sold out. The only things that we can restock are Aether Drift boosters, which we're probably out of by now, and we should restock again because they're the only Magic cards we can get. Pokemon cards come in and sell out within a week. It's terrible, and it just looked awful. So we're like, why don't we condense this down? Let's move pins into where the half of the card game stuff was, and then we'll take the whole pin section. We're going to turn that into our DC Compact Comic and Marvel Premier Collection smaller $10 to $16 graphic novels, because those are doing great and we're running out of space and we want to stock them deeper. I had seen a picture that Patrick had shown me of, who was that? Was that Big Bang, or was
The new Big Bang, yeah. The
Uh,
new Big Bang in Dublin.
or was it All Star?
It was the new Big Bang in
Okay.
Dublin.
But they had a much larger section than we could ever do of all of the DC Compact comics stocked in depth, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to do that. That looks so good. So we are doing a smaller version of that. It's only
Much smaller
yeah,
version.
it's 6 levels high and 2 feet wide. So once again, you're dealing with 12 linear feet. I wish we had 40 feet that we could do that with. We don't. We're a 1,500 square foot store, and that's just what we're going to get. But the main thing was we have to do something else with the card game space because it looks terrible, because we cannot get any product for it. And then this week, we got allocation numbers for 2 upcoming major releases, and we realized, oh, we were really smart to get rid of that space.
Yeah, and I want to say that this is not the fault of our distributor, per se. What I don't understand is how the creators, the manufacturers of these games, these cards, structure their business, because we have specific order windows where we have to get our orders in, but it seems like they've already set and printed those totals.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They pretty much have. Like, the way these things work is that by the time we are allowed to order something from these major card companies, and even probably the minor card companies, they've already set their print runs. This stuff is in production. So it's not like when we order comics where there's a final order cutoff date, and after, like, literally the day after that,
They go to press.
the publishers take those numbers and they print those books, and they maybe print a small to large overprint depending on how they think the book might sell beyond the initial order numbers. But most publishers now use those FOC numbers like their print runs. If they get orders for 12,000 copies, they are printing maybe 13,000 copies, and the extra 1,000 is just to account for damages or shortages.
Yeah.
and then maybe a minor amount of last-minute orders that come in after the book is released. It's the opposite with card games, where you will order stuff and they'll go, okay, well, we took what you said you wanted, and then we took all of those numbers from all those different accounts, and then we divided that by what we actually made, and you're going to get this percentage under 100% of what you actually wanted.
What was the most recent Magic release? It came out while I was out.
Was it Dragon? No, Edge of Eternity.
Edge of Eternity.
Edge of Eternities.
Edge of Eternities. We received 1 box of play boosters. That's all.
Mm-hmm. We ordered way more than that.
We didn't get any bundles. We didn't get any collector boosters. We didn't get any whatever else. We got 1 box, 30 packs, 36 packs.
Play boosters are 30.
Yeah, 30 booster packs. That's it. That's all we can get. The end. The upcoming Magic Spider-Man release, which is going to be, I was going to say huge, but it's not going to be huge for us, because we're getting basically onesies.
Mm-hmm. We ordered, so they have so many varieties. They have play boosters, collector boosters, scene packs,
bundles,
gift bundles,
cartons, gift bundles, scene boxes. Yeah. For example, we ordered a specific number of scene boxes. We are getting 0. We ordered 10 of the gift bundles. We are getting 1. Sorry, this is trying to be interactive, but you're...
Oh, sorry.
Clearly...
Molly had a question, and I have to
Okay.
respond to her.
Gotcha.
This is a store-related thing.
Then I will pick up the slack over here.
Thank you. I'm done now.
We are getting 1 collector booster for the Avatar. I don't even know when these come out. Oh, we ordered
Avatar. I think is November, maybe.
Yeah, it's coming out in November. You're getting 1.
Yeah, because again, they've already printed these things.
You ordered.
They might not be in the country, but they already printed them.
4 beginner boxes. You're getting 1. There's it, and this is it. These aren't going to be available for reorder.
No, and even the people, like, if we had gotten more than 1, we would probably have gotten, like, if we had gotten allocated down to 2 boxes, we would only get 1 on the initial wave, and then the second wave we would get the other box.
Yeah, because they're shipping them in waves because they're so. I don't get it. Like,
so this thing is a nightmare, and what sort of kills me is that there are influencers that will, crack open boxes and stuff, and they're getting like cases of these things, and it's like I am a store that has been carrying Magic cards since the day we opened, and now I basically can't carry them. Like, whatever we get for Spider-Man is gonna, even if we limit it to a pack a person, they would be gone within a week.
Yeah, less than that, because and you feel awful limiting.
Yeah, but then I also feel awful telling people constantly that we don't have something, because it makes us look like we can't do our jobs. And then the alternative is constantly having to tell people, look, this is not my fault, and here's why the market is completely fucked right now. And that just makes me aggravated having to constantly recount that. And it doesn't make anybody feel better about what's happening. It just makes them feel more annoyed at the inability for anyone to sell them Magic cards or Pokemon cards.
I did find out why Target's Pokemon section is empty.
Yeah.
Because they keep them under lock and key at the service counter.
That makes more sense.
You have to go get them there, and you can have 2.
That's real funny.
Yeah, so now it's army of people bringing in like their whole family to each buy 2.
You and I were at a Best Buy, and all the whatever collectible card games they have are behind the service desk.
Yeah.
So someone has to physically get them for you. You are not allowed to touch them until you're buying them.
And so to complete this Best Buy story, the woman in front of us was trying to buy a bunch and was told she could only get 2, and she threw a fit.
Yeah.
And then when it was my turn, I'm like, hi, can I get some Pokemon cards? Everything you have, all of them. And the woman's face dropped. I go, I'm just kidding. I don't want any. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
So
was terrible.
The worst thing about the Pokemon card situation is I dislike having to tell all the adults who come in that we don't have Pokemon cards. I hate having to constantly tell children that we don't have Pokemon cards, because they don't understand what's happening, and there's no explanation you can give them. I think I mentioned before that there was a dad who wanted me to explain it to his kid if he brought his kid in, because even the dad's like, I don't know how to tell my son that we cannot get Pokemon cards. So here's almost what I wanted to do with the next set of Pokemon cards, where we are only going to get a single goddamn box.
Yeah.
Is I basically want to keep them behind the counter, hidden away, and I only want to sell them to children.
Fine.
Basically, I don't even want to post a sign or tell anybody.
Sure.
If a kid comes in and says, "Do you have Pokemon cards?" I will sell that kid right now 2 packs of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Adults who come in, I don't even want to tell them, no, we don't have any. I don't want to explain the situation. And but the thing that I hate about that is that I can almost tell you what's going to happen. Someone will find some stupid loophole in this. We will get someone dragging multiple children in, hearing that we had Pokemon cards.
Oh, then
and
we're
you
out.
know they're
Sorry,
going to flip them.
We're out.
But even then, I'm just going to get annoyed by it because I'm going to have to look an adult in the eye and go, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to scam this system? Because I know you are. I don't even want to carry this stuff anymore because the annoyance level of carrying them, I just want to say no, we don't carry Magic anymore. No, we don't carry Pokemon cards. We're done with this. Until the situation normalizes and we can stock it like we stock comic books, graphic novels, even goddamn comic supplies that we had to fight tooth and nail to get and double what we charge for them. We don't even have that option with most of the Magic and Pokemon cards. You cannot get them, period. So it's it's too annoying. It has reached a level, seeing those allocation numbers for both Magic and Pokemon cards, the only 2 card games we really carry besides Yu-Gi-Oh! And even Yu-Gi-Oh! We've vacillated on over the years, is just, I get angry looking at them. When I see them in the store, I just get angry looking at empty boxes. I get angry at innocent people who come in during the day who say, oh, is this all you have for Magic cards? And I just want to go, yes, because the market is fucked. I can't do anything about it. And that's not their fault. And it just makes me angry. And I dislike having to be that angry. Not fun for me either.
This is way far past the point where it would have been relevant to what you're talking about. But my notes, as you're talking, I was taking notes. It says, Dal, dislike adults, hate children.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So speaking of influencers, and this is a little bit of a digression.
Okay.
The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie is coming back into theaters.
Coming back to theaters for its whatever anniversary.
35th anniversary.
That doesn't make sense. I saw that as a child.
So, and you're only, 26?
That's what I hear.
So the turtle people sent out some turtle kits to influencers. And I watched...
Nickelodeon or the actual turtle people who live in the sewers? Is this are they trying to
Okay, so to answer your question, I don't know. I have a guess based on the contents of this box.
Okay.
But I watched one influencer, and the whole point of this is you have to guess who the influencer is, because it is not an influencer.
Vanilla Ice.
It's somebody that you know, watch regularly, and like.
Ethan Page?
No. So the box was basically 4 graphic novels, including The Last Ronin, the current Jason Aaron Volume 1, one of the IDW reprints, the collector books, the bigger, thicker collector books.
Okay, sure.
And one that looked like a reprint of one of the kid ones with the 30th anniversary or whatever.
Yeah, I maybe would have put Saturday Morning Adventures in there.
Yeah. And then a movie poster.
Okay.
So the woman who was doing this, she's like, of course it comes to me because, you think about turtles, you think about me. And was genuinely excited to get things, but it's another graphic novel? So many comics. I got so much stuff to read, but doesn't really have familiarity with these because she's too busy wrestling regularly. Because she doesn't just wrestle then or now. She wrestles.
Is it Athena, your forever ROH Women's Champion?
It is Athena, you're the American Joshi, the fallen goddess. Athena.
The Minion Overlord. Get it right, Patrick. Yeah. It's all on her passport.
And she's like, okay, go out and see this movie because I'm your Minion Overlord. And she starts laughing and she just cuts the video off.
Sure.
Athena did a Turtles unboxing.
Athena's great.
Athena's great.
I do love her.
But who looks at her entire social profile and says, that woman needs to promote our brand?
She opened the box.
She did. Well, that's what you do when you get a free box of stuff.
You don't have to.
But
I assume that influencers or even not even influencers, but just like celebrities probably get a bunch of stuff, and it's like they decide what they want to put their promotional muscle
Sure.
behind or not.
Look, I like the Turtles. I love Athena.
Sure.
I've never seen the two of them in the same room at the same time.
Well, that's the thing. They're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and she's the American Joshi. So, like, I can sort of see it.
Fair. Dal, how excited are you for Batman Deadpool?
The DC shipping Batman Deadpool,
Yes.
November 7th, 19th.
That's the one.
So I mentioned this to somebody else. I can sort of take or leave the Deadpool and Batman of it all, both in the Marvel and DC versions, despite the incredibly compelling creative teams. I like Zeb Wells a lot. I like Grant Morrison a lot. I like Dan Mora a lot. I like Greg Capullo a lot. Maybe not a lot for Greg Capullo. But it's the backup stories that all those books are having that are really getting me excited. The Deadpool Batman one from Marvel has the Crypto Jeff the Landshark story by Kelly Thompson and Guru Hiro, which Kelly Thompson has already said, like, it's just a few pages. Like,
Yeah.
be excited, but, you know, keep your expectations within a reasonable range. The DC one announced today, they showed off all their variant covers. Well, I feel like most of their variant covers. Even
Yeah.
the Marvel one had a few on the initial announcement where they're like, this isn't done yet. But the DC backups they've announced so far are so exciting to me. Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo are doing a Laura Kinney Nightwing backup story.
Two characters that Tom Taylor has written long runs on.
The Bruno
And-
Redondo cover is so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
You know what? I'm a little disappointed they're not holding hands.
But they're doing the same pose. It's great.
Yeah.
Bruno Redondo knows what he's doing.
It's just the arms and hands of
Yeah.
Nightwing and Wolverine.
Mhm.
He's holding one of his
Esper Mystics.
sticks, and she's got her two claws out. I thought it would have been cool if the stick went in between the two claws, but the claws are in front.
Interesting. The other announced backup stories for Batman Deadpool. The main creative team, of course, Grant Morrison, Dan Mora. That was announced back at one of the other conventions, San Diego, maybe. And it's that is a hell of a team. That's the Claws team back from Boom. And Dan Mora, who's worked on everything under the sun, and Grant Morrison, who is one of DC's most acclaimed creators the last 30, 40 years. But the backup stories, the additional ones are Mariko Tamaki and why am I blanking on her name right now?
Yeah, I forgot. Who was it?
Jan
Jan Basilota?
No. Amanda Connor
Oh, right.
are doing a Harley Quinn Hulk short story.
May I ask which Hulk is it? Since Mariko Tamaki had written Jennifer Walters as a Gray Hulk.
This is Bruce Banner.
Okay.
The other two stories, G. Willow Wilson and Dennis Cowan are doing a static Ms. Marvel team up. And James Tynion, Scott Snyder, and Josh Williamson collectively
A co-writing.
are teaming with Hayden Sherman to do a John Constantine Doctor Strange backup.
That,
It's really
oh
good.
man.
It's really
I want
good.
that as a book, not as a couple of pages.
Now that are the announced backups. I assume there's probably going to be more that they haven't announced yet. It was the same thing for the Marvel one, where late in the game they announced a Frank Miller, I think written and drawn,
Yeah.
Old Man Logan, Dark Knight, Batman backup story. And they showed off a billion covers, some of which are going to be incentive covers, some of which are just going to be open order covers. I assume anything that, just like for the Marvel one, anything that has a backup story will have a corresponding variant cover. They showed off the Hayden Sherman cover. They showed off the Bruno Redondo cover. They showed off the Amanda Connor cover. They did not show off the Dennis Cowan cover, but I assume one is forthcoming. As well as Dan Mora having both an A cover and a wraparound cover, just like Greg Capullo did. And a whole bunch of other variant covers by some of DC's more prominent variant cover artists, as well as just folks in general. Bill Sienkiewicz has a cover. It looks great. It looks like a really good issue. And orders for that will probably be opening in the next few weeks. I assume that's our next catalog. That'll be the September for November catalog, which means you'll probably see it go up near the end of August into early September. And we will be sending out a lot of emails and probably putting up a banner in our front window
And
to
then
tell
in,
people,
in
hey,
mid-October, you can
we
start
should
asking
do.
us if they could.
we should do.
Yeah.
We should do a little giveaway QR code for people coming on Batman Day.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm sure it's going to be in the window to FOC it.
Sure. We could put the QR code in the window banner.
No, it's too late. We printed that up.
Oh, no, I meant for.
Oh no, we will for the actual
for
but-
Batman Deadpool.
because the Batman Day banner is probably going to be where the Batman Deadpool one would go.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're going to want to put two up
sure.
with what we've got going on in the middle windows.
Yeah.
So that one may not go up until after Batman Day. So on Batman Day, it would be great to have like here's a free comic, and also here's a QR code to pre-order Batman Deadpool, because when is Batman Day?
The 20th of September.
That'll be after Deadpool Batman comes out, which I think comes out the 17th
Okay.
of September. So people will have come in for Batman Day. We'll have Deadpool Batman.
Man, what if they were heads up enough to have like 5 pages of that for Batman Day?
I'm sure that would be great. I would expect, maybe I would not expect, I would hope that the Marvel one would have a little preview for the DC one to remind people like, hey, another one of these is coming out in like 2 months.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, but while you're more excited for the DC one, I think the Marvel one is going to do better just because it's first, not because of quality.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. Anytime an issue 1 or a volume 1 comes out, that's where all the heat is. The number of times that we've hideously over-ordered a volume 2 of a graphic novel because we're like, man, we sold like 40 of this of the first one, and then like the first month of the second one we sell 3 copies, and it's like, how does this keep happening?
Yeah.
So we don't do that anymore. We don't order like all the people who bought volume 1 over the life of its publication are going to care about volume 2, and similarly,
should we just auto-subscribe everybody to the second one?
It'll be hard to do it because a lot of people just
Did
pre-ordered
variant
variant
covers.
covers.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you work that? There isn't a Dan cover on both issues. There isn't
Well,
whoever
just
else.
for sheer taste, if you get the Dan cover, you'll get the Bruno cover.
I don't know. I think people might want different ones. There is a Big Barda cover, and it's by Jay Lee. I don't know if it's an open order one or not, but still. So yeah, unfortunately, we will probably, hopefully, try and target people who have ordered Deadpool Batman and not ordered Batman Deadpool.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the problem with doing that is that almost everyone's going to do it at FOC.
Yeah.
They're going to get that email on Friday, and they're going to order somewhere between Friday and Monday. So, like, you would literally have to wait until like an hour before the order's closed, and then email people saying, oh my God, you have an hour. And that's maybe not worth doing.
Yeah, we can do it early and just be like, hey, just in case.
Sure.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I don't have any doubt about that.
Well, I want to end with reminding people that the yearly Alzheimer's 5K that I am a part of in honor of my deceased mother, it's coming up very soon. It's in the middle of September. It's actually...
Is it Batman Day?
It's the day after Batman Day.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And one of the things... And you can go to either forfran.com to donate to our team.
Is that
Remembering...
number 4, Fran?
FOURFRAN.
Okay.
But more importantly, go to rememberingfrancis.com, and that goes to my specific participant page.
FRANC.
ES.
Yes, thank you.
REMEMBERINGFRANCES.com.
Thank you.
But to also make it where people can get something for donating, we have reprinted our mom's cookbook. For Christmas 2023, my sister Karen and I made a cookbook of our mom's recipes and the things that we ate growing up, and used her exact recipe box and everything, and did a short run to give to relatives for Christmas. So George wanted us to reprint it. He went through and corrected all of the recipe mistakes.
What, like measurements and stuff?
That were typos, basically.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That were transcribed differently.
Okay.
And then we've added a couple more photos and had input from the Binghams.
Nice.
And
Who baked some of the actual recipes?
Yeah. Some of their there's photos of their things in it.
Oh, cool.
And then I misspelt Bingham in the credits. I forgot the H.
Perfect.
Yep. Totally messed that up. But gave some more personal credits to people that we did not credit the first time.
Okay.
Like
because you wanted to hog all the glory for yourselves. I see how it is.
Luke Smarto
kids,
for design guidance. Our cousin Thomas, quote Tom Neville, for making a bunch of the recipes since he got the book. But we're selling the book at Challengers. It's physically on our shelves, or you can buy it from our website. Just go to challengerscomics.com and search Fran's Cookbook. You don't even need to put the apostrophe. Just type in the word Fran's.
Is
and
it
comes
Fran's
up.
Kitchen?
Friend's Kitchen, yeah.
I mean, cookbook will probably come up. I think
Yeah.
it's in the title.
That's true. And the cookbook costs $25. It's $6 shipping if you get it shipped to you. But here's the catch. Or not the catch, but the point. It's a $25 book. Every copy that is sold, $20 of that goes right to the Alzheimer's Association. So, like, basically, we are just covering logistical costs.
Mm-hmm.
For $25, you get a $20 book. I'm sorry, yeah. For $25 for a book, $20 of that goes to the Alzheimer's Association.
Yeah.
I think that is a very good percentage of donation money.
A very tasty way to help a very generous organization.
Yeah. And every book is hand signed by my sister Karen because she wrote the introduction.
Oh, nice.
She also, in the original version, had a very lengthy and very, very nice dedication to me because I did most of the work for this.
All the formatting and stuff.
Yeah, all the design work, all the formatting. She and I picked the recipes, and then she and I transcribed the recipes. But I did like 5 to 8, and she did like.
Are those
60.
all the ones that George had to fix?
No, and she did like 60. But she also does everything on her iPad.
Okay.
So she typed it on her iPad and sent it to me. Then I would format it and do it all. But I didn't double check it on the recipes. Anyway, so she basically put in this whole paragraph about how this was mine, and she was just a participant. And I took all of that out because the whole premise is the book is this is like coming from her, and she wrote the introduction and she signed them all. I'm like, don't give me credit.
Yeah.
When we're making this look like it comes directly from you.
I mean, she just wanted to be nice.
I know. I mean, I left in a little bit of it.
Okay.
As like a little parenthetical at the bottom. But anyway, that Fran's Kitchen is available now at challengerscomics.com in the store. We have a bunch. We will most likely have enough to hawk it again next year.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless
certainly we'll be selling it through, the 5K, but then it makes a good holiday gift.
Yeah. They're actually. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but Santa has reached out to ask if he can help us promote it for the holidays. So we'll be doing that.
I mean, I don't know because Santa's whole thing is giving stuff away, and we are trying to raise money for the Alzheimer's
that's fair.
Association.
Since the point Santa has volunteered to do this, I will not be able to be in the videos.
No.
Yeah, but so be it. So there we have it. This entire podcast is finished, and I have notes, but I don't have a title, I don't have a cold open, and I don't have an idea for the image, so we've completely failed.
There's your title.
That doesn't...
There's your cold open.
That doesn't encompass the thing of it.
It does. Someone sat through the entire episode and they're like, why is it called We've Completely Failed?
Well, that's better than we're anti-immigration.
It's way better. Even though you said we were. Yes. Why would you do that? Why would you say that?
You jumped in. I was saying, yes, we dealt with this consultant. You jumped in way too fast.
Yeah, because I think everyone's brain did the same thing as mine, where it's like, why did you say yes?
And you made such a big deal out of it, I can't edit it out.
You can't. It's too much of an anchor for this episode. Just everything just works because of it.
Thanks for listening.
Keep reading comics.
This has been Contest of Challengers. Thanks for listening. Keep reading comics. Challengers is located at 1845 Northwestern Avenue in the Bucktown neighborhood of Chicago. 773-278-0155. Keep up to date with new releases and events at challengerscomics.com. And help fund this podcast at patreon.com/challengers.